Kendal is one of those areas that is seen as quite wealthy, so that can be an issue for us. Just because of that, it doesn't mean that there aren't any drug or alcohol issues, and I think that, again, that's about our profile raising and the work that we do. The most important part really of their step to recovery is the choices that we can offer them. We think it's really important that they've got a broad spectrum of services that they can access, and obviously those services are ones that we provide, so we can do key working, we do group work, we look at prescribing, but we also look at other methods such as CBT as a way of dealing with some of the issues, perhaps looking at housing, employment, and we look at community groups as well. So once people have made the decision to move on to recovery, we're looking at what we can do outside in the local community, what groups are there, perhaps NA, AA, that we can be referring them into. We don't want to keep people in treatment for longer than they need to be. So, basically at day one, we're recovery care planning and we're looking at what options are available to them outside of the services.
I had to take methadone for 8 months, 70 mils every day. And they did what they said they were going to do. They stayed with me, looked after me, and I ended up in Prestwich, done the cold turkey. And a year down the line I was clean. I was on the blink then of being clean, but being homeless. So I come and see Mike again and said, look, I'm struggling, I'm stuck. And that's when Mike said it'd be have a word with Stonham and go and explain your situation.
Stonham itself offers single adults who are homeless accommodation for up to 2 years, and what we do is we try to put a support package together for complex needs and issues depending on what they come to us with. Obviously Frank was an ex-addict. What's good about Unity is that our clients are not coerced into attending any appointment. It's all voluntary. And we feel that that's really important because that's them taking a responsibility for their leading up to their independent living, which hopefully that's where we're leading them to. I think it's important for people like Frank who are doing so well, who will go on into mainstream society and live perfectly okay, for him to pass on the word that there is aftercare services, and for people to understand that they need to reach out for those services because we are there and we can help, and not to feel left alone.
It's like where Unity stops, you need something to carry on, and Stonham, for me, carried on.
So we aim that people who are coming into treatment will meet up with people who've successfully worked through the process and are building on their own recovery capital. So they've made lots of lifestyle changes and are able then to share that with people who are starting off in treatment and inspire them and help them to move forwards and see that there is lots of hope and opportunity for them. Ultimately, it's about feeling as though you're part of the bigger community and feeling that you have something valuable to offer to others.
Basically, I'd hit rock bottom and that was it. Rock bottom is when you can't function whatsoever without alcohol at all. You just absolute and totally, you've just got to have it on tap 24 hours a day, and that's no good. I'd probably about 6 months left to live. But I had previously had 2 detoxes, being forced by family members, which didn't work because it wasn't off my own bat. It's Unity that has set me on the right tracks, and Denise especially literally has been a lifesaver, But I think I mentioned I wanted rehab and she put me in touch with Holgate House, and that has put me in touch with Alcoholics Anonymous and put me through the steps, which has been an absolute godsend and lifesaver, and educated me into where I was going wrong, and I'm now committed to helping others. Every alcoholic or drug addict believes they can do it themselves, which is totally wrong. You can't.